Okay, so for your project that you have to do for the spring semester, what you'll do is you'll log in to Blackboard, like I am right now. And what you want to do is go down to the link that says Learning Modules, which I've done. And then I'll page down, and just after the Chapter 6 module, you'll see a module called Project Module, which contains your project instructions, the actual project, and then the journal and ledger answer sheet. So let me open that up. And again, you got here it is, the project instructions, should say Spring 2020, Section 402. Then you got the actual project in the second link. That's going to have all your journal entry problems, transactions. And then you've got the Excel spreadsheet. I call it the project journal answer sheet. Now, I've already opened these up, so let me go ahead and open up the project instructions. Give me a second. All right, here we go. So again, you can read through that, and this basically gives you information about where you need to go to submit it and how you use the answer sheet. So I'm not going to read that because I'm going to show it to you in a minute. But also take note that the due date is May 10th, and also that you're going to be submitting your project in Blackboard. Okay. All right, so let me go to the actual project that's got your transactions on it, which is right here. And just kind of read through that, and then you'll notice that you've got a section on your journal entries, just like we did back in Chapter 4. You have a section on adjusting entries, which is Chapter 5, and then a section on closing entries, which is Chapter 6. Notice, for example, I'm going to show you this in a minute. The first transaction for October is the owner invested $40,000 cash in the business. And at this point, you all know that you're going to debit cash and credit capital. So let me go into the Excel spreadsheet answer sheet. So when you open up that third one, this is what you'll see. It's called your answer sheet. And you're going to spend all your time in this thing called the general journal. Notice I've got all the tabs in green. That's the tabs that you're going to be working in. So I've got a general journal section. I got a section just for the adjusting entries, and also a section for the closing entries. You'll notice that you got a tab that says general ledger. You do not need to mess with that tab. That's going to be automatically posted from your journal. You just have to go and look at it to get some of the amounts when you go to do your closing entries. Your financial statements, the same way. These financial statements are also linked to your ledger, so they're all formula driven, so you do not need to create those from scratch. The only thing you're going to be working in your answer sheet is the general journal. So back to that first transaction, it was the owner invested $40,000 cash in the business. You'll see you have the dates to the left, so you just follow the dates. If I select the first cell, you'll see a little arrow drop down come up. I select cash, it'll bring it up. At least it should. Let's try it again. There you go. And that's going to be debited. And then the second one, you just click on a cell, the arrow pops up. Do that again. Look for capital, and you say enter, or click it on your mouse, and it shows up. So you'd have a debit of 40, enter that, and a credit of 40, and that's all you do. Now, if I go to your general ledger, I want to show you that this has been posted automatically for you. Here's your cash balance of 40. It does it automatically, just like your T account. And then you'll see capital. If I page down capital, it's got the credit balance. And then in your financial statements, automatically you'll see that if I went to the balance sheet, notice cash right now has a balance of 40 because that's referencing the general ledger. So you'll see this chart of accounts in red. You don't need to mess with that. It's just the general journal. And so you have the general journal. And let me go back to the actual project. Let me find that. So here's all your transactions. You'll enter those into that answer sheet. Then you'll do your 4 adjusting entries, and you got to do your closing entries. All right, now, so let me go back to the Blackboard site. So all this is in learning module. So once you get to the point you're ready to submit your project, you see the submit project link in Blackboard. So I click that. Notice it says once you've completed your project, save your results and attach your files to be graded. Due date, May 10th. You click the link, hit browse click the browse, attach your file, go down here and hit submit, and then you're done. All right, so I do plan to do a Zoom meeting with you next week. It's been a couple weeks. I've got some training on Zoom. I'm going to try to do a live instruction with you next week. I'll send out an email to walk you through the project if you're interested. just kind of look for the emails through your student emails through Blackboard. All righty. All right. So that's it.